Thank you for the time, sir.
Yeah, absolutely.
We will take the first question from Caroline Pierce with BT Sport.
It's weird not seeing anyone.
Caroline, you're unmuted and good to go.
Hi, Sean. I've got to say, I love the hairstyle. Tell us about this choice for Fight Week.
It just kind of happened. I wanted to do it. I think we had talked about doing it for my debut actually, but I wanted to get a couple wins in the UFC and then make a statement. Be kind of get a couple wins in before we did it. But about 2 weeks ago, we decided to do it.
Well, it certainly looks good, and it's definitely a statement. Look, you have been making a statement in the UFC so far, and you said that you want a viral knockout, a knockout that's going to go viral against Eddie Wineland. What does that look like? Talk us through how the perfect finish will look for you.
Yeah, last time I said those exact words on a viral knockout, I ended up knocking out David Nuzzo in spectacular fashion. In my opinion, it's a little biased, but one of the sweetest knockouts ever. And I feel like this is going to be a perfect matchup for something like that to come about.
What makes this such a perfect matchup for you? You've said that previously, you said it earlier this week, that it's the perfect opponent for you to showcase what you do. Why is that?
Hands are low. He's a brawler. He's not going to come out there and try to lay on me. The cage is small. He's probably going to try to get started right away, try to be aggressive, and it's kind of what Jose Quinones tried, and it didn't work for him. So whether he comes forward and pushes the action, he'll get knocked out, or if he lets me push him backwards, he'll get knocked out. So it just works out perfect.
You mentioned the smaller cage. Have you had a chance to get into the apex, into the cage, and just get a feel for that different size? I mean, I know you've experienced it yourself before Contender Series, but have you had another little walk around and got familiar with it again?
Yeah, I was there this morning. I was able to stand in there, and it is noticeably smaller than recent cages, but we spar in pretty small cages, so I don't think it'll play an issue. And like you said, the Contender Series was a smaller cage, and Alfred got knocked out, so I think, it doesn't really matter too much the size of the cage.
Now, do you think the stakes are higher for you in this fight than they are for Eddie? I mean, Eddie's been around a long time, he's trying to sort of stay in amongst it, but for you, you're on this surge upwards. Is there a certain amount or a feeling that, the stakes are high for you, especially given the other bantamweight talent that are on the UFC 250 card this weekend?
Yeah, the stakes in the bantamweight division are super high right now with those other fights. Cody, Asuncao, Aljo, and Corey. But I feel like I'm kind of taking a lot of the hype away from those fights, even, which is good. That's what I'm here for, is pure entertainment. And the nice thing is I have the real legitimate skill level to back it up. It's not just the crazy hair and the tattoos and the personality. I have legitimate high level mixed martial artist skills. So I'm excited to go out there and show that and keep climbing up.
And what will a win here do for you in terms of climbing up? What sort of opponent do you think it gets you next? Have you allowed yourself to think ahead a little bit as to what name you might call out if you get that opportunity on the mic afterwards?
I'm pretty good about keeping focused on the fight I have ahead of me, especially with Eddie. In those little gloves, anything could happen. But we haven't thought about too much for who's the next opponent. It kind of depends on how we get out of this fight. If I'm injury free and ready to go in a couple weeks, a month, we'll see who's coming off a win, and there's a lot of things that play out. If Fight Island happens, then we can start looking at other opponents not inside the United States. So right now you're pretty limited. But I think it doesn't really matter who I fight next. It's going to be a big fight. It's going to be exciting. People are going to want to watch. So I don't think it matters too much who I fight next.
Talking of Fight Island, is that something that excites you?
It kind of depends where it's at. If it's somewhere where it's going to be super hot and just not comfortable and I have an option, I don't know. It would be kind of hard to turn it down. Just to do it once. Fight Island's going to be legendary. It's hard to turn down fights in Vegas, though, if they continue to do them here. 4-hour drive, have my own vehicle. They put us in a nice hotel this time, and it's hard to beat.
Well, your stock and your confidence is growing all the time. We love the confidence. It's infectious. What message do you want to give to your fans that will be tuning in to watch you?
Yeah, just tune in. That's it. That's all you got to do is tune in and it's going to be exciting.
We look forward to it. Best of luck.
Thank you very much.
And we'll take our next questions from